Hi, this is Dr. Judy Hollis. Welcome back again to Hollis Weight Loss Solace. And I'm here to talk to you today about some concepts that I think are very important. One of them being the whole idea of having a sponsor. Why do I need a sponsor? Let me tell you, I'm going to be quoting from a man named Sherwin Newland, who is a retired clinical professor from Yale and has done a lot of research and writing about addictions. And what he says, that most recovering addicts will insist that there are two touchstones of a successful recovery. One is daily routines, and two is rigorous accountability. Now, for those of us with food obsessions, those two things are very important. And I've often said to people that when, I meet people everywhere, when they find out what I do, they say, oh, let me tell you about, I've just lost this much weight, and I'm doing this, and I'm going here, and blah, blah, blah. If they are doing it by themselves, and they don't have some allegiance with other people in some kind of a buddy system, I just don't feel that positive that they're going to keep on keeping on. So when I get new clients, and I had a client last week, you know who you are, sweetheart, this is for you. She gave me a major big argument about, I don't want to get a sponsor, and I don't see why. Explain to me why. And people always want this explanation, and what I have to tell them is, look, the only way you're going to find out why it's important is by doing it. When you do it, then talk to me. And we'll talk about what did work or didn't work. By the way, this woman had been in OA years ago and did use a sponsor and lost 100 pounds doing it. Faded away. Now she's back and she's arguing with me. Why do I need a sponsor? Well, it's for these two things. Rigorous accountability. We'll make a promise to ourselves that we'll break, but to another person we kind of feel, oh my, well, I'll have to tell them what, why, and where, and what was she thinking. There's also another very important reason to have a sponsor, is that it's about vulnerability. It's about accepting that, this thing has me licked. I don't have the answers. I tried my best. It's true for me. I was a very successful therapist, and I was teaching other people about addictions. And I dieted every day. And I dieted my way to 222 pounds. So having to ask another fellow sufferer, not a professional, but ask a fellow sufferer for help. Hey, how do you do it? Can you talk to me and maybe I can get started? It's a very vulnerable position. A lot of times a kid will be having a fight with their mom and they'll say to their mom, well, I didn't ask to be born, right? And it's true. The mom wanted the relationship more than they did at that point, right? Well, with a sponsor doesn't care. You have to be the one to walk up to them and ask them, will you be my sponsor? So it puts you in that position of being a seeker, being the inquisitive child, going after something. It's your commitment, it's your pledge, it's your intentions. Very important to get a sponsor. You cannot do it alone, and you can't do it just with my help. It takes a village.